Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and Michigan has scored a big commitment on the recruiting trail. Before we talk about that, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to the Wolverine.com today for just $1 for 1 month. That gets you premium insider recruiting information, team information, basketball recruiting, NIL, transfer portal, and so much more. Plus, you get to be part of a great message board community over on the Fort with more than 8,500 unique individual users. Again, make sure to sign up today for just $1 for 1 month. Also, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. All right, like I said, guys, Michigan has scored a huge commitment on the recruiting trail. On 2025 quarterback Carter Smith gave the Wolverines a verbal pledge. Carter Smith is ranked as the number 8 quarterback and number 112 overall prospect nationally, according to On3 for next cycle. Now, Smith's rankings are a little all over the place. On3 is the only service that has him ranked in the top 150. ESPN is next up at number 209, and both 24/7 and Rivals have him ranked as a 3-star. Again, that's a little all over the place, but I do agree more with On3. I personally have Smith rated as a top 100 to 150 type of prospect. When you pull up his film, man, it's hard not to fall in love with the upside. Right now, Smith is maybe a little bit more athlete than he is quarterback, but the dude is a playmaker. He's a true threat with his legs. He's dynamic when running the football. He's an excellent creator in and out of the pocket. He's not really as efficient of a passer right now. He still needs to clean up his throwing motion and things of that nature. But I think if he progresses as a pure passer over the next couple of years, you have a guy with a really exciting ceiling whose game kind of mirrors J.J. McCarthy's a little bit. Those around the Michigan program feel like Smith does have some McCarthy to his game, and you can certainly see that when you pull up his film. He's, again, a really impressive athlete at 6'3", 180 pounds, just needs to clean up some things as a pure passer. So when you look at 2024, Michigan obviously took a really high floor type of prospect in Jaden Davis, who's more of a high-level game manager, a guy that's very accurate, short to intermediate, very high football IQ, that knows what defenses are doing pre-snap. There's a lot to like about Jaden Davis, but I think when you get an explosive playmaker at the quarterback position, it kind of opens up what you can do offensively. Obviously, Michigan fans have already seen that, going from a guy that could manage a game like Cade McNamara, who had plenty of success at Michigan, to J.J. McCarthy, who gives you that X factor and can lead to even more success. And I think Carter Smith is in the McCarthy type of role in the sense that he does offer that playmaking ability and gives your offense more creativity and just allows you to do so many different things when you have a guy that's a true threat with his legs in college football. So Smith picked Michigan over offers from Florida, Miami, Florida State, Penn State, Texas A&M, and several others. I haven't had a chance to go see Smith live, but just on tape, he's a really fun player to watch. There's even one play early on in his huddle film where he pitches the ball and then serves as a lead blocker and completely pancakes the dude. And you can see the swagger on film. But I also had a chance to talk to him after he made his visit to Michigan for the game against Purdue earlier this month. And he just has such a laid-back personality, but also a guy that can be magnetic on the recruiting trail. Jaden Davis is more of a quiet type, and in cycles prior where you had Alex Orji, Jaden Denegal, Kendrick Bell, those guys didn't have necessarily the star power to really lead a class. So I think Smith can be, especially with him committing so early, he can be that first vocal leader that really helps build a class. The first one that Michigan's had since J.J. McCarthy. Michigan hasn't had a true vocal leader at the quarterback position on the recruiting trail. Smith can really do that and help build this into a really special class. Obviously, if Jim Harbaugh stays, if NIL gets rolling in some capacity, I mean, there's no reason why Michigan shouldn't be able to have a top 5 class based off of the success they've had on the field. And I think having a quarterback commit this early that's vocal can only help towards that. And he can potentially help keep Florida native and top 100 cornerback Chris Ewald in the boat. Chris Ewald has been labeled as the face of the class on the defensive side of the ball. Now you have the face of the class on the offensive side of the ball in Carter Smith. So a really nice start to the 2025 recruiting class for Michigan. And just really quickly, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, what does this mean for Bryce Underwood, 5-star quarterback out of Belleville, Michigan? Look, Michigan has not waved the white flag there. Just because they're taking Carter Smith doesn't mean they're going to stop recruiting Bryce Underwood. They just didn't want to utilize the all your eggs in one basket approach. They know that they need quarterbacks in that room, especially with the potential for attrition. Guys like Alex Orji maybe moving positions, or Kendrick Bell, J.J. McCarthy potentially leaving early for the NFL. So I think Michigan just needs guys at the quarterback position, whether it's on the recruiting trail or it's in the transfer portal this offseason as well. So they're going to continue to recruit Bryce Underwood. I'm still leaning LSU in that recruitment, but the Wolverines are working there, and they're trying to get him on campus for the game against Ohio State. But I think Michigan's thrilled about having Smith on board. This is a guy that Kurt Campbell really made a priority on the trail, and I think he's a really high upside talent and one that Michigan fans should be excited about as well. All right, guys, like I said, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. And also subscribe to the Wolverine.com for the latest on Michigan recruiting and the team as we get into the final stretch of the season and sprint towards the early signing period. $1 for 1 month gets you premium inside information.